Hi everyone. So, vulnerability alert. I am very insecure about my forehead, which is why I wear my hair the way I do. Typically, I don't like to have things touching me, like around my neck, which is why I like to have my hair up. And right now it's a bit scalpy. It's because I joined from the last video. You could see that one, I had a lot of growth, undergrowth, which is good. It's a sign of growth. It's a sign of healing because my hair had thinned out from the last time I got it done in Vienna. And because it was done in a hurry, she finished in 2 hours. I was, I felt the need to say I was happy with the job she'd done, but then when I went home and found like there were strands that were like, barely standing on their own. I mean, I felt so disappointed. Like, and of course, hair thins out when we are stressed, so it could have been that. I've used castor oil, which is why I look like fish, like I'm shiny, like cod. So, anyways, so because I am so insecure about my forehead, I like to wear my hair like this. So right now, I feel quite naked because there isn't as much hair to cover my forehead with. But we're in the season of embracing ourselves as we are because Rihanna made the forehead sexy. So we are doing the forehead. So let me yeah, in the spirit of Rihanna, let us wear our forehead today. Yeah, the hair is very sparse. It's very sparse now because there was a lot of it. It was annoying me. It was really annoying me. And anyone who's gone through a breakup knows that after a major life event like the end of a relationship that lasted altogether 8 plus 5, so let's say that's what, 13 years. No, 8 plus 3, 11. I was like, why is it closer to 13 than 12? Yeah. So at the end of a relationship, a long-term relationship, I was checking to see if you could see my underwear. Yeah, at the end of a long-term relationship, you want to cut your hair. I feel it's just your body telling you to wash off the experience, your past experience. So yeah, I've been cutting my hair. I've been finding myself just reaching for scissors, palace. Anyway, for scissors and cutting my hair. And I thought, why not have a professional do it? So Uche did my hair. She's the same one who did my hair the first time I came to Germany. And her hand is she has a really good hand. Every African who's braided their hair knows what I mean. Like, you don't feel pain when she does your hair, and your scalp doesn't ache and ache. Of course, you will feel tender because it's crocheting, but she wasn't as rough as the other person. Anyway, I wasn't going to talk about hair. It's just this is really a point of insecurity for me. I'd already started to fall in love with my hair looking like it. Did you see like this thinning out? It just annoys me to no end. And part of it is OCD because and what I suspect to be autism or just spectrum issues. I like it when things are even, like evenly thick like this. They just within reason, of course, to thin out at the end. But anyways, the hair is going to be scalpy. It's going to have this scalpy look for a bit. It's like when you come fresh from the salon is that serves alcohol. I don't know. English is not intelligence. So I need to keep reminding myself that. But yeah, it's all those years of primary school teachers and secondary school teachers beating you for mispronouncing words, and I'm like, "Ugh, how anyway, I can't even blame them because when you spoke well, you passed your exams or you went for debates and you went abroad for the studies. So I guess it was their way of ensuring we made it in life, I guess, because making it in life was, I don't know, getting good jobs because you had nasal English. And now we have a name for it. It's language bias or accent bias, where the highest regarded accent is the British. Yeah, it is. I mean, look at how we fall over men and women who say things like, I was talking to my doctor and he said I needed to fix something. And I didn't quite understand what he meant by that. And when I thought about it for some time, I realized he meant my diet. And I thought to myself, if only he just said it directly, I would have done something about it. But I didn't understand him. So for weeks, there I was, mulling over his words and wondering, like, what did he mean exactly? And then I asked a friend of mine who'd seen the same doctor, and she said, oh, darling, he just means change your diet. You know, you need to poo every day and you need to fix something. And it hit me like men and women communicate so differently. If you have been completely turned on or paid attention, or you think I sound smart because I had that accent, check yourself. I also need to check myself from time to time whenever I hear an Englishman speak, because I'm like, Sharon, colonizer blood runs in his veins. Be careful. And yes, I'm going to be told, not all white people. I'm like, yeah, but white supremacy is the enemy. So as a dark black woman, I like this. I like this look. This angle is working. It's working because I have a strong jawline. Guys, give me ideas on how to style this hair, or don't. Let me be uncomfortable with it. Yeah, let me be uncomfortable. I need to learn how to sit in the uncomfortable. I need to learn that I can't control everything. Faith Gore amenimulika na attachment styles. Oh Lord, she was sent by Jesus today to just talk about attachment styles. I don't think it was even today. She probably started sharing those posts yesterday. Yeah, Friday, Sabbath, in typical SDA fashion. I love Faith, which is why I can go on and say things about her like this. She's a brilliant trauma coach whom I have worked with and whom I have referred people to because she's the most gentle soul. She's on YouTube as Teacher Faith. She's incredible with children, young children, older children, teenagers, young adults, older women. Faith has the wisdom of a great grandmother in her very young body. And I guess it's because she does have the lived experience of a great grandmother. Like, she's been through absolute hell and she's shared this publicly. And so I would advise you to look for Faith Gore. Faith, if I'm mispronouncing your name, like a white person, please tell me. It's Faith, like Teachers of Faith, and Gore is Gor. She's a wonderful human being. Look her up on, and she's called Teacher Faith on YouTube. If you have kids that you're raising as religious or Christian, she's the person to talk to. Yeah, if your kids are misbehaving, acting up, etc., she's definitely the person to talk to. The other person who I know is really, really good with teenagers is Shalom Muniri. I've heard great things about Shalom. So Shalom, Shalom, Muniri, Munyi, Muniri, Munyiiri. I can't believe that the German alphabet is now living rent free in my head because I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even remember it, but that it is affecting my English alphabet is bothering me. Yeah, this used to be such a thick ponytail, but it's fine. I think I'll tie it up. You can see my hair is bothering me, right? Yeah, you can. So anyways, amongst other things that have been bothering me, should I just turn this into a post about hair? Nope. It is my channel to do with as I please. I want to speak a little, if not a lot, about my period journey. And because anyone who has a period knows about period health, I can't show you my menstrual cup because it's inside my body. But a menstrual cup comes with a thing like this that's collapsible. Menstrual cups can be used by anyone. This is a personal recommendation based off of lived experience. I am not a doctor and I'm not a gynecologist, so consult with them before you do this. Especially with regard to, I read a paper or an article actually that talks about is it cervical or vaginal? Cervical prolapse. Like there are times when you're pulling out this menstrual cup, if you pull it out without breaking, it seals. You've used a plunger when your sink is blocked, yeah? So the cup actually it's shaped like this somewhat. Use Dr. Google. So it seals up when you put it in, maybe like in a C, like that. Oh gosh. Yeah, like that. Then you insert it up your vagina, which of course is lubricated because you're bleeding, or you use lube, which KY jelly or whatever, but I use this, which is water-based, and you can use this for sexual intercourse if you have vaginal dryness, or if your partner is big, or if you bruise easily during sex, like for whatever reason. So that is how you insert it, yeah? And then once it's inside, when you release, it should pop. Now, of course, sometimes it will do that. So sometimes you're putting your finger around to make sure, it's yes, it's held. And then there's really this little stem here, which you can snip so that it's smaller, so you don't feel it pressing against things. And I remember when we were learning about using tampons in high school, we were taught that that area where tampons go to sit doesn't have nerve endings, which is why you should not feel a tampon when you're moving around. If you're feeling it, it's too low down. Yeah. Now, why am I switching from tampons? I would like to pretend and say it is because the turtles and fish are running out of water. It's not my fault. I use water well. No, I don't. I like to use showers, but I also like bathtubs. Don't do it all the time, but I try. I don't leave water running when I am brushing my teeth, for instance. I do what I can. I am not the savior of the world. That is Jesus. Anyways, so once that seals, sometimes when you pull, you feel pain because, again, you've created a vacuum. So that suction is painful. Apparently, that can cause you to prolapse. Please look up what prolapse means. I don't know how to explain it because I'm surrounded by doctors and medics, and it lives rent free in my head. So I know it's the thing will pop out, like I think it's your cervix. It will pop out, like it will come out from down the ear, or it will. I don't know if you'll view it from your birth canal, but it will sink down, and so you need to be careful about that. Also, if you have an inverted cervix, like it doesn't just sit the way it should. I don't know if it sits like this or like that, but whichever way it should sit, it's inverted. Like it's not upright. I'm guessing it's supposed to be upright, but it looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Could be wrong. I did human anatomy in like 2011, and I did 1 unit, so leave me alone. I'm a nutritionist, not a doctor. Go ask your doctor. Go ask your OBGYN. But I'm only informing you of this so that you have some basic info. And like the person who has the privilege of having access to the internet, you can use Dr. Google to look up some of this stuff. And please do it if you're a woman or if you're a man who sleeps with women. Just like educate yourself, please, for free. So menstrual cups, prefer them to tampons, not because I'm trying to save the turtles, but because tampons make me cramp. So like right now, I put one in because I was like, ugh, hate the feel of pads. And I had stained my jeans, and I was feeling, the way you feel when you come home and you stain your pants and you had to walk around because you were like, if I go home, I'll feel sorry for myself. I'm going to continue walking. It's a hot day. It's been a very hot day. My skin is shiny, not necessarily because it's hot, mostly because I'm using castor oil to trap moisture because I have dry skin. So when I got home and I put in the tampon, have taken a shower, I'm enjoying my period-free, dry between my thighs experience, I started to feel a sharp pain from here. So this is my belly button, and this is my suprapubis, that bone where your pubes grow, and I started to feel a sharp pain, and I felt it here as well, and I'm like, okay, my uterus is unhappy. And I remember someone sharing this with me who's worked closely with women. She said women complain about tampons hurting them. So I was like, is it toxic shock syndrome because I haven't used tampons in a while? Is it, unfortunately, when you're surrounded by medics and you have obsessive compulsive disorder, you're always anxious. And I also have anxiety. So whoop, whoop. So I'm anxious about illness because I grew up in a house with someone who was sick a lot, my late grandpa. So I had already taken womb tea. I've been taking this inconsistently because I am forgetful these past 2 weeks because Stella, my breathwork coach, sent some from the Netherlands. It's not from the Netherlands, it's from Kenya. Look up Pendo Tips 18. I'm guessing that's Instagram. And Pendo Asili on Facebook. She sells really good products. I need to do that so that you can see. Yeah, so Pendo is Pendo, and Pendo Asili on Facebook, Pendo space ASILI. And then the other one is Pendo Tips is, where is Pendo Tips 18? So Pendo TIPS 18 without space. So I'm guessing that's on Instagram. I could be wrong. I'll confirm and tell you if I remember. But and also pendotips18@gmail.com is how you reach them if you want to. So they're in Nairobi, Kenya. She makes really good product. I have used this womb tea. Has it helped with my premenstrual syndrome? Yes. Because when I tell you my PMS is the kind that used to make me bloat, that used to make my boobs get sore, my bobs. Yeah, my bobbies. So, has it alleviated uncomfortable bloating during menses? Yes. Boost fertility, God, I pray I never find out. And increase secretion of healthy cervical mucus. I've been using this alongside Siiiiis, also by Pendo. And because I had vaginal dryness. And when you have vaginal dryness, it comes with its cousins. You get infections easily because, again, mucus is supposed to clean out stuff. So the vagina has a self-cleaning mechanism, which is why stop using douches. Stop putting water and your fingers up there to clean your vagina. It doesn't need cleaning, okay? It cleans itself. So wipe your lips, inner and outer lips, with a cloth, no soap, just water, then wash. And then stop using scented soaps. I'm currently using, it has a scent because it's for babies, but it's baby shampoo, which you can use for your hair to your feet. Why? I am lazy. So lazy girls like me who have locks, I'm not saying all people who have locks are lazy, you know what I mean. I don't like maintaining things. I get to think about my hair every 3 months. I am happy to do that. I am a tomboy, unapologetically so. What else have I been doing for my period? I have been taking this with fair consistency, zinc and vitamin C, which are recommended for seed cycling, like when you take pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, etc. Since I have none with me and I don't trust the ones from the abroad because they use them for their parrots and other pets, I've been using magnesium, calcium D3 because Africans, even when we come here, we become white people. The sun is out and you're seated inside the house typing at your laptop all day. And then you go for your annual checkup and you're told, yeah, your calcium, oh, your vitamin D3, and it is summer. Black people, let's stop shaming our ancestors. Let's take our supplements and let's go out into the sun. You're black, you can handle it. Magnesium, B12, and please, I have shared this before, it's the sun you use to bask a baby, okay? Somewhere between 6:30, if the sun rises at 6:30, here I think it's at 5. I'm usually awake at 5 and the sun is out, so depending on the season. So when the sun rises, before it gets to 12 noon, before it gets hot, before it gets to the sun that people in Nairobi say hii ni jua ya mvua, the sort of sun that pierces your skin, yeah, just go out and get some sun. It's just 15 minutes. Plus you need to get your steps in. Magnesium, calcium. Magnesium is depleted when we are stressed. I can't tell whether it's just emotional stress or even, because emotional stress is also physical stress is stress. So take your magnesium. Take your water. I hate the taste of plain water, which is why I always have these tea bags, because they have ginger and I get nauseated during my period. Just one time I'm fine, and the next there's tightness in my thighs, like right now, and I've been walking all afternoon. So I don't understand the tightness in my thighs. But your body is not yours. Also, let's remember that I'm weaning myself off of what? The pill. So there's some hormonal imbalance that I am probably coming from. The other thing that I have been using by Pendo that's really helped with the PMS is the castor oil. And again, I was skeptical, but it's cold pressed. Even for olive oil, go for cold pressed. If you see it in a dark bottle, say it with me, store it in the fridge or store it in a cool, dry place. Since I don't trust any part of this tiny room to be cool and dry other than the fridge, that's why I store it. I store it the way I would store insulin, in the fridge. If you don't have a refrigerator, like at some point when we didn't have electricity, back home, it was in an empty Vaseline bottle with methylated spirit, cotton wool all around, and then the vial is in the middle, and then you cover the top, of course, like to just make sure it stays cool. That's what people in low resource settings do sometimes to make sure their insulin stays intact, because yeah, enzymes and hormones are affected by temperature. I'm trying to remember, protein is the one that's denatured after 40 degrees C. But either way, at high temperatures, denatured or destroyed. At low temperatures, inactive. At ambient temperatures. And then it's the same with some bacteria. It's if they're... now why am I getting into this? Thermophilic and... but yeah, just gram positive, gram negative. You know what? This is not even supposed to be a biochemistry class. I will leave it there. Side note, that's why when we heat our food, you'd rather heat your food on the cooker instead of the microwave, so that, yeah, that's why you cook your food thoroughly. So salmonella, in case there was any salmonella is typically, it's a fecal coliform. So yeah, which, as you can guess from the word, means feces. So if there's poop in your meat, because of mass production of meat, there's almost always poop in your meat, from the animal that's just been killed or from handling or whatever. And especially in countries where these issues are not regulated properly, you want to make sure you cook your food thoroughly. Why am I mentioning this? Because I'm a nutritionist and I just like people to know things. Cook your eggs thoroughly. Stop eating runny eggs. Just stop. Never give that to a child. You'll still get your minerals and your protein if you hard boil your eggs like for 15 minutes. So calm down. What else do we want to do? Yeah, so my brain is all over the place because the second day of my period. Yesterday was pretty good, except for the fact that I had a running stomach twice. Could not explain where that came from, because I thought, was it something that I ate? I haven't eaten broccoli in a while, so maybe my gut bacteria was like, what is this again? I don't remember. I think I know your face. I don't think I remember your name, or the other way around. And then I also had serious crunch cravings, so I ate potato chips. I just ate a bunch of weird things, because ADHD, we like crunchy things. I was really tired. I hadn't slept enough. Of course, when your girlfriend comes over, you don't sleep enough. You have stories to tell. And especially because I am still talking about my breakup, because yeah, you don't get over 16, let me stop saying 16, over an 11-year relationship in pause. It was 8 years, 5-year break, then 3 years. You don't get over a 3-year relationship in 3 months. I think we've been broken up about 3 months. I don't even know how to do the math. So without shame, I am grieving the way I want to grieve. If I want to cry, I cry. If I want to draw, I draw. If I want to listen to angry music, like niggas saying, I listen to angry music that says niggas saying shh. And if I want to rant, I rant. If I want to talk to other women who are going through the absolute ghetto that is men these days, sometimes I do that. If I need to talk to another man and tell him, please go tell your brothers to leave us alone and just you men should marry each other, I do that. I'm doing everything I can to take care of myself, unapologetically, because I share this mantra with even the women I mentor. We are going about life with the audacity of a mediocre white man. I'll let that sink in as I look for my pants. My period was heavy today. I wore shoes that are comfortable but are a little more tight than the other new pair that I have. So my toes were still adjusting to that. And as you recall, my socks went missing, and my last pair, which I left hanging by the window, was blown away. So end up to say I'm not even looking for them. So yesterday, I literally told someone I need socks, and they gave me socks. So said someone, thank you. I can't mention you by name. That's a blood stain. These are jeans that I wore today. How did I discover I had stained myself? I got up and I felt the flood. Every woman who has heard that knows what I'm talking about. You're seated, you're having a beverage with someone whom you have told you will meet, for an hour because you don't want to sit in the house, because if you sit in the house on such a hot day, you'll sleep all afternoon and then you'll wake up feeling groggy and yucky and then you'll not sleep at night. I have period insomnia. So the first night before my period comes, I'm usually restless. I'm not able to sleep. I'm light. Like my sleep is very light. And then finally I go to the loo, I pee or I poop and I wipe and I'm like, she's here. And then now I can relax. It's like my body just goes into a state of be prepared. I think you now understand why children like me and why I like cleaning at a school. But anyways, I just thought, because I did promise I should share with you about my period journey, the womb tea is helping. The castor oil, I applied it on my boobs. They were so full, I could feel that I had moved half a cup above what my usual cup size is. And as I've shown you before, my boobs are barely there. So they were so even when I was going down the stairs, and I usually wear sports bra type boob top things, boob tops, like my mom used to call them boob tops. Oh my goodness. So like I could still feel any agitation was so I told Stella, because I tell Stella everything. She probably knows the color of what comes out of my body. And I was like, oh my goodness, Stella. And she's like, Sharon, apply castor oil to your boobs. I'm like, you know what? If Stella has said it, we are doing it. I did. I applied some very gently all around my boobs, starting with my nipples. Because what logic did I use? When women have cracked nipples when they're breastfeeding and we can't get them nipple cream quickly enough, or maybe they've decided to stop breastfeeding for that period of time so the baby doesn't get sick because PAS or whatever. Then, pain. My goodness, why didn't I even start with pain? Yeah, we tell them to squeeze out some of their breast milk and leave it resting on the nipples so that, in the areola, so that heals. This is why we say breast milk is a perfect food. However, before someone uses that to mom shame, if you see someone bottle feeding, it is none of your business. It doesn't matter whether she's immunosuppressed. It doesn't matter whether she's neurodivergent and she can't stand the feel of her baby nursing. It doesn't matter. Leave women alone to make their decisions about how to nurse. She's not any less of a woman because she gave birth through CS and not vaginally. There are no trophies. There are none. And you know who is not allowed to say anything about women's bodies or abortion? Men. Until you sprout a vagina. Also, if your experience was A, someone else is allowed to have experience B. So you are not God. Calm down. Take a seat. You do not know everyone's lived experience. When you see a woman breastfeeding in public and you hear someone making a comment, be the first one to go like, excuse me, what is your problem? You came from a woman. Grow up. Be the one to defend her fiercely. Okay? Men, take some notes. What's the other thing I wanted to say? I don't remember. So this is a new record. I have done 29 minutes. We're going to clock 30 minutes again because I have OCD and I really like to stick with fixed numbers, but stay well. Period health is important for anyone to know about. Do the seed cycling, read on it. Do the learning, follow Instagram pages by nutritionists who are registered, not just someone who did an online course for 6 weeks. I said it. My uterus is choosing violence. Yeah, because I have a 4-year degree. 6 weeks could teach you a few things. Adios.